Hello everyone, this is Mundan Raghavan. This video we are going to see the basic table structure in the HTML5, and we are going to see some of the main attributes of tables such as like a row span, column span, and borders. So we have our own default HTML index.html opened, and we will go to the index.html in the VS Code. For example, now we are going to create the table. The first tag that we are going to use is table tag. And inside the table, obviously you will be having the rows. Inside the rows, you will be having the either table header or table data. Based on the number of table data or table header, you will be deciding the number of columns. First thing we are going to create is tr tag, enter. Inside that we can decide how many columns we have as the header. Header will be having the th tag, table header. Let's say I'm going to have 3 columns. Course. Hobby. Now here you can see a single row with the table headers with the 3 columns. Now if you want to see the borders in the table level, you can add the border attribute. Let's say we have 3 pixels. And save it. Here you can see the single row with the table headers. In the similar fashion, we are going to add the rows for the data also. Obviously, we will be having the data td tag, which is for table data. Enter, and let's say ROM. Course will be like BCA. Let's say hobby will be music. Now save it. Here you can see a single row. This will be the data of the table. The table row which has the data can be repeated multiple times. For example, I'm going to repeat 3 times and with the different names. Save it. Here you can see a table with 3 columns and 3 rows. Now this is very basic structure. Let's say now I want to make sure that the music, the hobby will be having the same value across all the 3 records. So I want to make a single column with a single row. For that, just we can see here, the music can be make it as a single value. It will be spanning 3 rows, because in the overall table structure M into N, if you make the music as a central value of the entire hobby, so it will be equivalent to our 3 rows. So that means that we are going to span 3 rows just to make a single value at the hobby column. So for that, just I'm going to go to the music tag in the first one, and let's say type row span, enter, and let's say 3, and remove all the other td tag for the music and save it. Now here you can see music value will be single and it will be spanning 3 rows. That's the reason we have given the value as row span as 3. Let's say sometime you need to merge the columns also. For example, at the end of the record, or let's say at the top of the record, you need to give the heading of the table, which is spanning 3 all the columns, right? So let's say, for example, I want to have a row before the names. Let's say tr tag, enter. Let's say even this will be like a th tag. Let's say student details. And it is going to span 3 columns, right? So because name, course, hobby, everything will be comes under the student details. So for that reason, I will be having the column span, enter, and let's say this will be 3, save it. And here you can see it has one row which is spanning 3 columns and it covers all the table columns. For example, name, course has the 3 columns. So that's the reason we have given the column span as 3 for the student details. In a similar fashion, we can add the different number of different combination of row span and column span, so that we can make the different combination of a table rather than a simple table M into N. So this way we have understood that the basic table can be framed by the table tag, which is including of the table rows as the second level. In the table row, you can either add the table header or table data. Obviously, you will be adding the table header some of the times, let's say very minimal times, 1 or 2 times, whereas the table data tag will be repeated for every row. And even the rows can be just merged by using the row span, and the columns can be merged by using the column span. And we have used the border details for the table so that we can have a different border designing with the given pixels. So this is all about the very basic on the HTML table data tags. So thanks for watching and have a great day.